こんにちは。グリードフォール始めていこうかなと思います。そうだね。ちょっと敵と戦っていたところか。で、新しいキャンプ地を発見と。さあ、こんな感じで早くレベル上げて、いろいろとスキルアップさせて、もう少し制限をなくしたいよね、行動にね。名前は出ねえってことだね。ほいだらやってみましょうか。待て待て待て待て待て待て待て、いきなり道塞がってるやん。いきなり道塞がって、どっか先行できる場所あんのか？登る場所とか。で行けなかったんだ。俺さっきそんなんなかった、見てなかっただけか。降りれねえんだよな。よし。入れるようになったんだっけか。線を呼び出す。どういうことだ？なんか光ってるけど、あれは関係ねえのか。いけねえもんな。ひょこっとなんか宝箱とかありゃいいのに。 ちょっと明るくする。この宝箱なんか使うことねえんだけどさ。当分できねえぞ、工作。バランスとか、お前、取りたいしさ。レベル30ぐらいいかんと無理だぞ。今、21だしな。ちょっとさ、その間どうしようかって話なんだけど。結構レベルは早いのか上がるのこれ。
Happy to see you, my dear.
You really don't look well. Have you not yet seen a doctor?
No, no, it's nothing. You know that I've always had a weak stomach. My nausea will leave me eventually. You wanted to tell me something?
Allow me to present Afra, an emissary of the Bridge Alliance. She is an eminent naturalist who studies local flora in an effort to find a remedy.
Your Excellency, it is a great honor.
You were part of Governor Buren's lost expedition, if I've understood correctly, were you not?
Yes, and our research would have borne fruit if it hadn't been so brutally interrupted.
I can only imagine. Nevertheless, you are most welcome. Your great learning will certainly prove useful. I implore you, my dear cousin. Do continue. We're eager to hear your news.
なんか会話増えたか？増えてねえな。
I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, Constantine.
Look out for yourself.
あれ？マップ上移動してるわ。キャラ動くと。っていうかこいつ上にいるのに。
Sir de Corsillion.
Decidez, my young student, what can I do for you?
I found no traces of Professor Seraphedin yet.
That's most regrettable. But keep looking for him, will you? You never know. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
I have come to find you because I received a complaint from the natives of the village of Vigigador. They want to be able to access a clearing, exploited by our woodcutters, to heal it. To reforest it, I assume. But our men there say that it belongs to them, and are refusing to let the natives enter it. The site was supposedly ceded to them several months ago. But tensions are running high and some men have lost their lives. If we don't intervene, we're heading for a real confrontation.
It is very regrettable, and I approve of your desire to appease this conflict. According to what you have told me, if ever there was a contract, it must have been signed under our former governor. You should go to the archives and verify this. Then go and talk to Lady Laurine de Morange. And of course, I'll be delighted to help you once things have been clarified.
Thank you, Professor. Once more, you've been of great help.
Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
ない。
Looking forward to seeing you again, Sir de Corsillion.
行ったり来たりがすごい。もうちょっと近くにいればいいのに。 書庫、ここか？ここだな。違うのか。ここじゃねえのか。地下だろう。地下。違う。あれ？ここか。これ、書庫か。レディ・ラモン氏と契約を調べる。どこだ今度。行くのか今度は。
Good day, dear sir. Happy to see you again in such fine health. How can I be of service?
I need you to enlighten me about the property deed of a glade near Vigigador. The natives want to access this place, which according to them
近い
is
けど
sacred,
遠いなおい。
and which they would like to heal. But some of our men there are using this deed to deny them access to the area. Tensions are running high, and some people have died.
Yes, there was a time when we enacted a lot of contracts. Do you have the document with you?
Yes, here it is.
This cession agreement is only signed with a cross on the native side. Well, writing is foreign to them, as is the notion of land ownership. For them, the earth only belongs to itself.
If they did not possess these lands, how did they cede them?
I doubt they knew what this agreement represented, to be honest.
In that case, why make them sign it?
When we arrived on the island, we had to ensure our access to certain commodities. We also had to make sure that we had legal ownership of the lands we were occupying. The natives dreamed of possessing some baubles that they didn't know how to craft. It was easy to make them sign agreements that they didn't understand by giving them some. I was a stranger to their philosophy then. I only thought about my city, and I regret it.
I'm sure we can fix this mistake.
I hope so, Your Excellency. Come, let's find Sir de Corsilion. Can I help you with any other matter?
My lady, I have to go. Goodbye.
Sir de Corsilion, it's always a pleasure.
Madame, I expect you've come to see me about this regrettable problem concerning a clearing, which my student told me about.
Indeed, and I think I may have a solution that will allow us to solve this conflict peacefully.
I'm listening.
I must admit that I established this at a time when the culture and the mentality of the natives was foreign to me. The clan of this village was rather open to our presence. They welcomed us with benevolence. For this reason, I think we should allow them access to these lands. In doing so, we would appease the tensions, and we would also retain ownership of the wood. We would even benefit from such an agreement if the natives reforest this area. Then we could exploit it for a longer period of time.
I find this decision perfectly viable, and I approve. But several men were killed, and their comrades will seek vengeance if the person or persons responsible do not pay for their crimes.
I am convinced that Dunkus, the chief of this clan, never approved such an action.
I understand, but I will only write a decree allowing people to go to this clearing, provided the murderer is delivered to us.
Thank you, Master. I will inform Dunkus of your decision.
Hmm. どこだこれ。おう、こうやってすぐ近くに来てくれるんだったらいいね。移動距離がかなりあるからさ。
What brings you here on our Manawi?
At this old man's request, I investigated the conflict that opposes you and my nation regarding the clearing. You will now be able to access it freely, to accomplish your rituals or heal the area, and the congregation will keep exploiting the forest. However, there is one condition to this new agreement. You must deliver this man to us because he is responsible for the deaths of several woodcutters.
These men died because of their own foolishness. No one else is responsible for their deaths. If they hadn't cut all the ochre berry trees, they would have survived.
What does that mean? What are the two of you talking about?
3 woodcutters died after eating the meat of an andrig after it was killed by a venomous Dawson tat.
It's nothing but a terrible coincidence. And if they had eaten the ochre berries...
We know that you are responsible for this. The hunters told me everything.
How could you do this? You acted more foolishly than an irascible adolescent. By killing these men, you have brought upon us their wrath. And it is only natural that they should ask for justice.
Dunkus, I beg you. I only wanted the Renoigse to understand the value of the trees they were cutting.
Bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed, and you know that. I would never have thought you capable of doing something so foolish.
If you want to stop the woodcutters taking vengeance into their own hands, you must deliver this man to us.
I understand. But I have one condition before we make this agreement. The Lugaid Blau fooled us in the past. It is their turn to prove their good faith.
What do you want from us?
There is a mine in the forest that the congregation has long operated with help from my people. But digging into the mountain has risked it collapsing. We reinforced the earth with wood. We worked with the Lugaid Blau to save the mountain and the men. We agreed to stop digging and sealed the entrance with a boulder. But some Renaigse came back, and I think they started digging again. And some of my people started going missing. Perhaps because they had seen them break their promise. If the mountain collapses and it is your clan's fault, thousands of lives will be lost.
And you want me to intervene?
You have to stop them. Remind them of their promise. This is the price of my trust. If you do, we punish the person responsible for the death of the woodcutters, and all our quarrels will be gone.
I'll go to this mine and see what's going on.
Is there anything else?
新しいクエスト増えてんだけど、メインクエストのちょっと待って、ビギギドゥに戻るってあったな。70メーター先、こっちか。
We are happy to see you again. You will always be welcomed as friends here.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you too. But we came to ask you something.
Of course. What do you want?
When we participated in the Dunkus meditation, he spoke of a cave of knowledge you had to go to.
And you want to see it? You still wish to learn how we become bound? It is a very sacred place. Only those who will become Donegada may enter there.
That's right, Year One. But they saved my life.
If someone finds out that we have helped the Renaigse to enter a sacred place, they will refuse to bind me.
Dunkus will never do such a thing. What needs to be done will happen, no matter what.
You're probably right.
Look for the entrance in the Vedhat Ganadu. Entering there will not be easy, but you will have to discover the rest by yourself. Like true apprentices.
Thank you, Morian. And fear not. No one will ever learn what you have entrusted us with.
あれ、いや、めんどくせえ。いや、こっちでいいや。なんか昼間より暗闇の方が長い気がするな。近場にいるんだな。敵強い気がするな。というか教授のノート全然見つからんけど、最初なんか変な宝箱とかよくあったけど、もう全然見当たらんくなったんだけど。こういうとこにひょこっとあってもいいのにね。なんかいるけど敵かこれ。
We need to find a way to force this bloody route. Hey, what are you doing here?
We could ask you the same question.
Except we found this place first. The treasure is ours. So I suggest you disappear. Fast.
もっと探ってみる。
Listen, we didn't mean to bother you. We were only exploring the area.
探
But
検してい
perhaps you could tell us
まあ
exactly
まあ
what
そう
you're
だけど。
doing here.
You look like nobility, and we don't want any trouble. We also are explorers. We discover secret places. That type of thing.
Really? And you found one near here?
Yeah. We managed to convince a savage to talk to us. And he told us there's a holy cave not far from here. The kind of place where the natives hide their treasures. But be careful, eh? It's ours.
And how do you plan on entering this cave?
Well, with enough explosives, we'll eventually get through those roots blocking the entrance. It's only a matter of time.
I see. Very subtle. And the islander didn't tell you anything about this?
He didn't really have the time. And he didn't have a key on him. Just some bloody seeds. Anyway, now that you know what we're doing here, you'd better leave.
おっと、何かどっちがいいやね。お金。猿よ説得できなかったら攻撃になるのかな。平和的に行くのかさ。まあちょっと説得してみますか。平和的解決。
Listen, I don't want to worry you, but you are taking a big risk by staying around here. When the Islanders clan notice his disappearance, they will come for him. You can imagine what will happen then.
Yeah. You're not
成
wrong.
功したわ。
With the time it'll take to craft enough explosives, we may end up with a whole tribe after us. Never mind, guys. We're leaving. Fast!
鍵もらったわ。結局倒して奪うってのもありだったんだな。扉の種って何？鍵じゃないんだ。おっと、スモールソード。強い武器入ったか？と試してみるか。
At last, we made it here.
How do we get in?
Look around. There has to be a way.
ねえ、中入大丈夫かや。また倒せないクリーチャーとかいそうだな。
This stone. There's a slot at the top. Probably to put something in.
The natives' beliefs are based on exchanges. If we want this door to open, I imagine that we will have to make an offering.
Now we have to find out what we should offer.
Here is my offering to the Cave of Knowledge.
知識の何祭壇に何かを捧げるものを探すのは分かったけど、
Desade, I'm happy to see you. Can I do anything for you?
お、なんか
What did you think about that moment next to the campfire with the elders of Vigigador?
It was strange and a bit frustrating, to be honest. What about you? How did you feel?
二人のさっきの二人を助けた時のあれなのか、ロマンチックな瞬間。まあ若者のことにしてみるか。
I was touched by the way the elders talked about those young people, about their bond. Were you not?
It's true. It seemed as if they thought that their bond would allow them to acquire more knowledge. In my culture, it is the other way around. We are told that romantic feelings are nothing but a distraction.
And
顔が険しいもんね。
consideration what we've learned. What do you think now?
I still have a lot to learn. I'm glad you were there to help me understand this. Perhaps those elders are right. Perhaps some bonds allow you to acquire more knowledge together. Anything else?
なんか評判上がった。
Did you have any fellow students?
Of course. We were but a small group working with Dr. Vasily, but we were encouraged not to get too close to each other. It was more of a competition.
終わった後結構仲間と話す必要あんのかな、これ。はい。
I wondered if you didn't feel alone at times.
Do you mean intimate relationships? I had a few here and there, but that did not change how lonely I felt. Body and mind have different needs, even though for some they seem to be one and the same. Anything else?
I must leave.
選択間違えた。
Glad to see you, my friend. Can I do anything for you?
やっぱこれなんか
Now
新
that
しい
the
のあるな。
Admiral has forgiven you, do you intend to set sail again?
Without a doubt, but do not worry. I will not leave you before I find out where our story leads.
一緒に。
I hope that once this is all over, I will get to sail with you again.
なん
I hope so too. To be truthful, I'd rather not leave these shores without you. Did you want anything else?
これなんだっけ、恋人みたいになるとトロフィーもらえんだな、これ確か。
I must leave you.
まあそんなことよりもまあそんなこともそうなんだけど、洞窟を探検だってその備えるものが何なのか、何を見つければいいのか、ヒントがないのかい？洞窟を探検、待って。祭壇に物を置くための洞窟を探検するってことかや。その祭壇に置かないと扉が開かないとかじゃなくて、違うよね。違うよね。やっぱりちょっと待って。あ、種を置くってあるじゃん。いけるんじゃんか。
Place the seed on the stone.
じゃあちょっと探検してきます。ランタン。すげえ敵とか強そう。 破壊できんじゃん。お、いや、外出れる。あ、これどこだこれ。いけねえのかい。お、おお、こっから行けんのか。敵が出る音したな。太鼓が鳴ってたけど。なんかやりそうだね、ここね。ちょっとセーブします。さて、でも戦えばレベル上がるかな。違うな。
The character has changed. He now resembles an Onol Manawi.
You're right. They even depict his bond to the forest.
It seems like this painting depicts some kind of ritual.
Yes. The character at the center is pouring blood on a stone. And one of these giant creatures that the natives call Nardigs is present.
The location looks like the stone circle where we met the two young natives.
Someone's coming. Let's hide. If anyone finds us here, we're sure to lose the trust of the islanders.
どこ隠れるの？隠れるってここ一本道じゃなかったか、おい。
Esco halen, esco valg med agengo selerge mantadabem, avenundanum.
Mach, es boglin daigan ni dao. Ayigi dames et
わかんない。
Tair to, Morian. Ages radai de radi dawem tair gerbegan.
Cauden nes greta como lei. Nas oltargo tu, vregte det mad advat. Abud antadabem me en ekegam. No adaholeg.
何が始まってた？
Where are you going? We must leave before they discover our presence.
そもそも門が開いてることがあれなんじゃないの？
The paintings in the cave were magnificent and have taught us so much. It is obvious that they depict the bonding ritual and its consequences. It is by pouring their blood on the raised stones that the natives become metamorphs.
I'm not really sure if I follow you.
And yet it's clear to see. The islanders think that their ritual has magic consequences, but there must be some sort of contamination in their blood as they pour it. The only way to verify this theory is to attend a full ritual. We must attend Yewan's.
How will we know when it takes place?
Dunkus said it would take place after the young people visited the cave, and they will most likely need some preparation. We should go to the Holy Circle of Kurganau tomorrow. What do you say? Will you come with me?
この時点でクエスト固定されんだよな。まあ。
Very well. I hope that Dunkus will not be too angry after seeing us there.
Let's take some time to rest, and then we'll go back to the place where we met them. もうちょいでレベル上がるんだがな。これ道つながってねえのかこれ。ああ、ここか。ここであれだったんだな。これより先の方っていけんのかや。おっと、あれ敵か？敵じゃねえな。ただの羊だ。なんかいる。またクソ硬えのがいる。戦えばレベル上がるけど、
おっと、エリア離れる場所か。何かありそうな雰囲気だけど、なんもないのかい。引っかかってる、引っかかってる。違う、こっち。おっと、なんか敵が出る音したけど、太鼓の音聞こえたけど、大丈夫っぽいね。ドルハド・ジェネドゥ、覚えづら。
Again. Your curiosity is truly unquenchable.
Forgive our intrusion, Dunkus, but I really want to attend Yewan's ritual. I have learned a lot thanks to you, but I still have so much left to understand.
If you were one of ours, Afra, I would be flattered to have such an inquisitive and resolute apprentice. You can attend the ritual, but promise me that you will be discreet. No Renaigse ever had this honor before.
We will do everything in our power to prove ourselves worthy of your trust, Dunkus. How are you? You must be feeling impatient.
Impatient, yes, and a little bit afraid as well.
It's only natural to be afraid, Yerwan. It's a new life starting for you. But I will be by your side, now and forever.
お、話す相手が違えのかこれ。
Times really must have changed for some Renaigse to attend our rituals.
These are very different from the others. Their leader is an Onol Menawi after all.
I know I look like them, but I'm not one of them.
You may not be bonded, but your parents must have been.
You should be proud and happy about it. It is probably thanks to your bond that Donkas has accepted your presence.
You look preoccupied.
Our people have suffered many lions attacks, often during rituals. In some villages, all the young Sinalmanawi were abducted. You seem different from the other Zafra, but I can't help worrying.
I have nothing to do with these attacks, Dunkus, I swear.
I believe you. Otherwise, you would not be here with us. But I hope that your brothers will not be there in the shadows, ready to pounce on our children.
いや、儀式を始め、外出ろってことか。
Aruich Nestiri, Adesta Marar Mam.
なんか出たし。なんかえらい友好的なクリーチャーっていうか何呼び出したってことか。
You are an Onolmanawi now, Yawan. And soon you will heal the earth by our sides. Like a real Donegard.
Thank you, Donkas. I feel so proud.
I am so happy that we can be Voglendaiga together at last.
もう名前が全然わからんって。
It's strange. I didn't exactly understand what happened, but I am moved.
Some events must be understood with the heart, not the head.
It seems like you are right, Dunkus.
待って、じゃあひょっとして。
We are under attack.
Grab the young metamorph. The others don't matter.
They won't touch you. Desade, we have to protect them.
You can count on me. Poison on my blade. And let's go! I need healing.
ちょっと待って、みんな死ん みんな死んでるんだけど。危ねえ。罠いるわ。罠助かるわ。
I am infinitely grateful, especially considering that fighting against your brothers could not have been.
罠すげえ。
Indeed.
すげえ必要だわ。
These people were brutes. They had it coming. However, you don't know how right you are, Dunkus. I recognize some of these men.
Really? Did they belong to the governor's court?
No. They worked for my former master, Dr. Isilu. I was his student for a long
というかいつの間にかドクロのマークついてたけどな。
Questionable. He was so obsessed with his
死んでたのかレベルが上がってドクロが消えたのか。
But I can't believe he'd go as far as abducting people for his experiments.
You think that the Onol Manawi are used for experiments?
Now that I have seen these soldiers, I'm
クエス
certain
ト
of
受け
it.
るのも
And
簡
I'm
単
afraid
じゃ
they
ね
may
えな
suffer
これ。
atrocious treatment under the guise of scientific progress. I am so ashamed.
Come now, shame serves no purpose. And you are proof that the Loyans are not all the same.
Thank you, Dunkus. And thank you, Desade. You opened my eyes.
アフラすげえ評判上がってるな。何今の。あ、そういう感じ。
Sorry, this is private property. I cannot allow you to enter.
Actually, no one should be able to enter. This mine is doomed. It's terribly dangerous.
I wouldn't know. Our employer, Mr. Maillard, is the owner. He's got all the deeds required. Listen, you should go to the authorities. They can confirm all the paperwork.
I definitely will.
Sorry, this is private property.
If this mine is as dangerous as Donkas said it was, those who are exploiting it are reckless. Do these people not have any regard for the lives of their miners?
These Renaigse must not have taken us seriously. We should take a closer look.
鉱山の動きをスパイする。裏から行けんのかい。
We should take the path that overlooks the outer wall. We should be able to see inside from there.
Those crazy fools have reopened this mine.
The Monesinaiga. They use captives from the villages to dig their mine.
They've made them into slaves. We must talk to Sir de Corsillon. I hope that our nation is not involved in this business.
Karans, do you need something?
I'm sorry about what happened to your mother. How are you feeling?
Unwell? I am angry, and I feel an immense void within me. I blame myself for not having been on this battlefield with her.
I understand, and I'm really sorry. I wish I could have arrived here in time to prevent this war.
Thank you, Honol Manawi, but it was too late. I should have realized this and stayed by my mother's side. Anything else?
Do you have anyone? A friend, perhaps, whom you can talk to in this trying time?
I usually confide in my sister, but she's suffering too. And I think she resents me for not having been there when our mother needed me.
I know we've only known each other for a little while, but if you need someone to talk to, I'm here.
Thank you, Honol Manawi. You are a good person. And I'm glad that you are my friend. Anything else?
I've never heard you talk about your father.
He was the Donegad, but this...
What happened to him?
He was killed as he tried... My mother never really... Anything else?
I must leave you. See you later.
My dear child, what can I do for you?
What was your role at my uncle's court? Were you already an ambassador?
No, Taleme was... I tried to teach you, but you were so young.
I'll see you later, father.
Take care, my child.
遠いよ。
Sir de Corsillon.
Desade, my young student, what can I do for you?
I've come to ask you about a mine near Vigigidor. It was closed for a long time for security reasons, but someone has started exploiting it again.
I seem to recall that a concession in this area was sold to a Master Maillard. However, I do not recall the details of the contract. It was established by the previous government. He is a rich merchant from Serene who arrived on the island only a short while before we did. People say that he is unscrupulous.
Unscrupulous? That's an understatement. This man had some natives captured and he's using them as slaves to work in this mine.
What? Does this old brigand really think that he is above the law? We cannot tolerate such methods, but we must determine the best way to attack him. You should start by finding the deed to his property in the archives. Don't worry, we'll not let this man's behavior go unpunished. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
なんかいろいろ少々探すだとかすごい多いな。
Looking forward to seeing you again, Sir de Corsilio.
さっきの場所か。また地下書庫みたいなとこ行くんかこれ。
It seems as though you can't decipher the glyphs of your own people's document.
I get lost in all the legal jargon, but they have Lady Morange's seal on them. We should find her to understand exactly what they say.
またレディー・モランジュのとこ行くのか。本当にさ、お前あちこちが過ぎるぞ。めんどくさ。
Good day, dear sir. Happy to see you again in such fine health. How can I be of service?
I need your advice once more. This time it's about the property deeds of a plot of land and of a mine acquired by a certain Maillard. Here are the deeds. I must admit that I understand very little of what's written, but your seal is on it.
Do not worry. This type of document is always difficult to decipher for the uninitiated. However, they are very clear. Master Maillard is the owner of a plot of land located near Vigyigador. He can exploit the forest and plant anything he wants there, but it says here that he does not have the right to exploit the mine. It's even repeated in this other paragraph. Any attempt at mining on this land is forbidden.
And yet the mine which was located on this plot of land has been reopened and is being exploited as we speak.
According to these documents, the mine has been closed for security reasons. This man's behavior is reckless. You should go see him. He's presently in New Serene. He usually spends time at the port when he comes. He has some warehouses there.
Come closer, good people.
こっちじゃなくて向こうか。
Master Maillard.
Who's asking?
De Sardet. I am the legate of the congregation.
Well, I'm flattered. What brings you here, Your Excellency?
I'm here to talk to you about the mine you have near Vigyigador. Are you aware that you have no right to operate it? Nor are you allowed to employ slaves there.
But what are you talking about? Surely this is a misunderstanding. Listen, I'm sure there is a way for us to get along. I'm an honest merchant. I've always paid all taxes, and the small bonuses needed. Please tell your cousin that I would be happy to send him the gift of his choice. Now, Your Excellency, if you will allow me, I have to get back to my activities.
I'm afraid you don't understand, Master. It's not a money problem. That mine is dangerous, and you endanger the congregation on this island by behaving this way with the natives.
Come on, don't be so serious, young man. I'm sure it's nothing that a small bonus can't fix. Goodbye, sir. Best wishes to your cousin.
また戻んのかよ。また戻んのかこれ。だるっ。
Sir de Corsilion.
Decidez, my young student, what can I do for you?
I verified the contract with Lady Morange. The exploitation of the mine is illegal, as we expected, without even taking into account what he's doing to the natives. I then went to meet Master Maillard.
So, what did he have to say in his defense?
He turned a deaf ear and tried to bribe me.
Oh, some of these merchants are so rich that they forget basic decency. But it's high time we reminded him of who is in charge of the congregation on this island. Here, this is an eviction notice which dispossesses him of all his land for breaching his contract. For his crimes against the natives, he's banished from this island. I will make him aware of this decision, but you should go to the mine immediately. The prisoners must be freed as soon as possible, and the mine closed once more.
I'll take care of it.
Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Looking forward to seeing you again, Sir de Corsilion.
よし。よし。ということで、こっちか。じゃあそのクエストを最後、奴隷解放する直前ですが、ここで配信終了になります。